Hello, I have so much hair. I'm in a state of shock as to how much hair I have. My head is dark, it's incredible. Today I'm going to talk about my experience with dating sites and trichotillomania. Truth be told, I'm not a fan of dating sites. It's taken a lot for me to actually sign up and try it. In some way I feel like I'm putting myself in a catalogue where people can just sit and scroll through and pick apart and very quickly decide whether they like me or not before they actually meet me, and vice versa. The reason why I'm doing this video on this channel as opposed to my main channel is because my trichotillomania, my appearance, my baldness, is quite influential. So let's talk. What's happened? So my profile picture on my sites is this. I also link to all my social media and I'm very open. From my perspective, I do think it's important to be open about who you are, whilst being safe, of course. So when it came to starting conversations and matching with other people, I knew that my head and my hair would come into conversation. You're on the internet and there are some very weird and hurtful people out there, and some people are just so direct and to the point. So I had some very odd messages. Now for me, when I try and get to know somebody, the first thing I do is say hello. Do not underestimate a hello, it is so important. Loads of people were direct and didn't even say hello to me, and their first question was about my hair. Why are you bald? Do you have cancer? I've had the following comments so many times before. Do the carpets match the drapes? From a Trich perspective, I might talk about it, but in terms of dating, no, I'm not going to bring it up like that. When I sent a link to the Wikipedia page for trichotillomania, one person's first response was, "Are you contagious?" Now I know there is another disorder or condition or infection that starts with the word Trich, but no, I definitely sent him the trichotillomania Wikipedia page. It is so frustrating when people go straight for something like this when there is an entire profile full of stuff that they could talk about, like Harry Potter or Doctor Who. They don't have to start with my hair. For somebody else that may be going through a really hard time with their appearance or going through chemotherapy, having questions bombarded at them about their appearance could be very distressing. If you're aware of something that may potentially be sensitive to somebody, don't bring it up. And to be honest, I'd like to have conversations to get to know people, not about my appearance. My appearance is going to change. One reaction that caught me off guard was a few people thought that my shaved head was part of a fetish to do with bondage and BDSM. Some people are aroused or attracted to a bald head. In some dominant and submissive relationships, the dominant shaves the head of the submissive as an act of humiliation, and both partners like that. I'm not putting that down. What I am saying is that I didn't anticipate that. So yeah, I've learnt some stuff there. Now the next thing I say, I apologise if I offend, but I do feel I need to say it. One thing I have noticed that's made me a bit upset and nervous is how even in the conversations where it starts off with me having a really good conversation, at some point my hair comes up, and in some cases, bear with me, it feels as though some people are trying to suss out whether or not I have cancer, whether or not I'm lying, and whether or not I'm terminally ill. And that makes me feel really horrible. One, I don't have cancer and I'm not terminally ill, and then I put myself in the position of somebody who may be looking for romance whilst battling that situation, and I feel even worse. And two, I find myself just having to explain the ins and outs of my disorder to all these different people before I even feel as though I can have a decent conversation with them. Why can't people talk to me? Why is my appearance such a focus? I know, I'm picturing some of you guys right now saying to me, hey, well, at least it gets rid of the people that are horrible or odd or insensitive. And yes, that's true, but it's still annoying. Don't get me wrong, some of the interactions, conversations I'm having are going really well, and some people don't care about this, and those are fantastic, but I'm just highlighting some of the bad stuff. I can't be the only one that goes through this. And this is not going to stop me from trying to find love, because it is out there. I've just got to find it. I am struggling with love, and I'm not ashamed to admit that, and please don't tell me it's okay to be single, because that's a whole other debate. If you don't want to be single, that's okay as well. But yeah, this whole dating thing is just making me think. Despite everything I've said so far, I would like to find somebody when my Trich is at its worst, and I would like to get it out of the way so they know that this is what I look like now, and it can change and it can get worse in the future. When you find somebody when you have hair and then you lose it, it proves arduous and stressful. So having someone right now would be good. It would be good to feel like I'm not alone on this subject matter. If you've struggled with trichotillomania and dating, it would be good to hear your experiences. So yeah, please do leave comments in the box below. I hope I've not come across too hypocritical or offensive in this. This is completely unscripted. I've just stood here and talked. with my bright lights because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I'm now gonna go and keep trying. Oh yeah. See you soon, everyone.